good morning. I hope you're having a good day so far today. I officially don't have any more pain from my headache today, which is super exciting. But anyway, something a little bit more exciting than that. Not that that isn't exciting, because that is as well. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is I think today I'm gonna try and get outside and get the containers filled with their buckets technically, and I'm sorry if there's flashing happening right now. My light bulb is I think going out, but it's been doing this for like 2 years now, so at this point it's just kind of normal. But if you are seeing that and it is annoying, I am sorry. It stopped right now, but it has done it a few times, so it might do it a few more times. But anyway, again, what I am trying to say is I'm gonna try and get outside today and fill the buckets with the dirt. That way I will have them ready to fill with the tomatoes and peppers that are out there. I'm only gonna fill 2 containers because I'm planning on putting the beefsteak tomato, I know it's gonna be a very big plant, in the same container as the other tomato plants. I don't know how well this is gonna go. It might not go well at all. I'm also probably gonna keep some of the tomato plants in the smaller container just because I'm really curious to see if they'll do better in the smaller container or in the bigger one. This year's garden is all about just me trying to see if what will work best. So yeah, I am going to only fill 2 containers, one for the peppers and one for the tomatoes, and I have a third bucket and I can get more, I realize this, but I want to see if I can just use what I have. But I'm gonna leave the third one empty just in case I need it later on in the season, and I don't want to fill it just yet. I know I could fill it with the soil and stuff now, but I want to leave it empty. That way if I don't use it, it'll be easier to clean up at the end of the season, you know? But besides that, I don't know what else I'm going to be getting up to yet today, so we will figure that out later. As for right now, I just wanted to say good morning, and I hope you're having a good day so far today, and I'll see you in a second, hopefully outside. I'm gonna go get the containers, the buckets filled with dirt and the rocks. The containers don't have any drains in them because they are just buckets from Home Depot. By the way, nothing is sponsored in this video, obviously. I don't know if I have to say that or not, but I feel like I should, so I am gonna say that. But I'm gonna go out and get those halfway filled, I think, so that way they can be ready for the tomatoes, because I'm hoping to plant them later on this week, if not this weekend, because I think they're gonna be able to be outside like starting Thursday night. I think they'll definitely be able to be outside permanently, which will be super exciting, like during the day and at night. So I want to get the buckets filled, but I don't know how this is gonna go. The bag of rocks and soil are very heavy, so I'll either grab like a cup or something to use, or my preferred way to go about doing this is to ask Dad if he can help fill them up, because yeah, that would definitely be the easier way. Definitely for me, not for him. He probably will. I'm just kind of assuming that he will. But yeah, it's time to go get the containers filled and ready for plants, and I'm watching a little fungus gnat run around, so I'm also gonna take care of that real quick too. Thank you. A little bit more actually. Yay, thank you.
Is that good?
Yeah, that one's good. Thank you, perfect.
Hey. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Say when.
Thank you so much.
Yep.
Yay.
You can put that away?
I think I can hopefully manage. Hopefully.
Oh, you need it?
Yep, that's it.
All right.
Thank you.
So I'm clear to go back?
You're clear.
Okay.
Thank you for all the help. The buckets are now filled. Thank you, Father, again for all of that help. And also, hi little maple tree, you're doing great. Sorry for the wind noise, by the way. It is windy out here. I almost forgot my little dragon I got for Easter. This is the little guy that I wanted to tell you about, but now they can be in the middle of the garden. They look so cute there. This was also in my Easter basket, but I forgot forgot to bring it outside. So instead, I'm gonna do this. This little container is the one with the 2 little pumpkin seeds in it, and I'm gonna put this in here. Hopefully the pumpkins will be able to be in here for a good amount of time, and I won't have to like change their container. But now they have a little pinwheel in here. That is so cute. I know it's not outside, so I can't really enjoy it moving around in the wind or anything. Honestly, I'll probably keep forgetting to bring it outside. So now when I bring the pumpkins out there, I will just have this with it, and I can enjoy it in my room too beforehand. Obviously they have not sprouted yet, by the way. I don't know when they will, but yeah, not yet. And my little teeny tiny piece that I trimmed off of the tomato plant, this tomato plant yesterday, is doing pretty okay. It's normal for when I'm propagating them into soil, so they're doing okay actually. Who knows, because it's so tiny, it might be like one of the strongest tomato plants that I've had in a long time. I'm very curious. And I have gotten a teeny tiny bit of knitting done today. I got the 28 stitches cast on and 2 rows, I think. Yes, 2 rows so far knit, but today I am going to be making sure I'm using the right color. I'm going to be crocheting because I need to finish that row, and apparently I need to crochet 2 squares because I accidentally made one with the gray when I meant to make it with the blue. I'm glad that I noticed it now because that would have been really annoying if I had already had everything made and one was the wrong color, so I am very glad that I saw that. But because of that, I do need to make 2 blue granny squares now, and then after that I will be back to knitting. I just wanted to get those cast on because the first row takes quite a while for me with knitting, just to make sure that it's the correct amount of number of stitches and everything is on there right and everything. So yeah, that's why I got that done real quick. But anyway, as for today, it was a pretty calm day. Ran a couple of errands, but besides that, it was a calm day and very cold again outside, honestly, colder than I was expecting it to be. And I did want to say also, I know I just said it when I was outside, but thank you again, Father, so much for all of your help. It would have taken me so much longer without you there. I would have probably ended up having to put the stones in like by handfuls instead of you just being able to pour it in. So yeah, thank you so much for that. I would have been out there for so long if you didn't help. So yeah, I know I've said it a million times, but truly, Father, thank you so much for all the help with that. But also, I didn't want to be out there for that long because it's so much colder than I was expecting it to be. Like, I don't understand what's going on. It's gonna be freezing again for the next couple of nights. That's also why I left the tomato and the pepper plants inside today, is because it's so windy and cold. I think I already said that when I was outside, actually. I'm not entirely sure, so I'm sorry if that I repeated myself there. But yeah, I left them inside because it's a lot windier and colder today than I was expecting, and I am slowly backing up because the sun shines back here and it feels so good on my arm right now. But after the next couple of nights and and tomorrow with it being cold again, it's gonna warm up very, very, very quickly. That's why the little plants are gonna be able to be outside starting, I think, Thursday night. It might be Friday night their first night outside, but it's not gonna be even close to freezing, and there's not gonna be any frost or anything, and that's for sides. Yes, it is, okay. But they're gonna be able to be outside very, very soon, and I want to have those containers ready so that way the soil can, you know, get used to being out of the bag for a minute and being in the container and get like air temperature, I guess, even though technically the bag of rocks and soil and stuff is already outside, but it's different now that air is on it. Hopefully that makes sense, but it does to my mind. And also the little dragon looks so adorable out there in between the 2 buckets. I know it's silly, my garden being buckets this year, but I really like how it looks actually with all the flowers behind it. Those flowers don't last very long, by the way. They'll only be here at the beginning of the spring, and then they just turn into into the green leaves. They're still pretty, but they don't have any of the flowers for very long. But the dragon next to those looks so adorable, just sleeping in the bed of flowers. The one good thing about it being cold today was the bees were not active over there, so I wasn't running away from those, so that was a good thing. And honestly, this blanket I think is going to be a little bit bigger than, if it is a blanket, I don't know, it might be something else, but at the moment it's looking like it's gonna be the right size to be a small blanket, which is super exciting. I did not think it would be even like this size, honestly. I thought it would be smaller than it is currently, so the fact that it's, you know, gonna be even bigger than this is honestly really exciting. It's gonna be like a perfect size to be able to easily carry around, like in the winter, like in the car and stuff, I think, just for that perfect little amount of warmth for your legs when you need it, you know. And also this yarn is a little bit weird feeling. I can't quite describe it, but it doesn't feel, it is the same yarn that we've been using, but the ball of yarn is wrapped quite terribly and it's all messy, and I don't know how that happened or why, but I'm thinking I'm starting to figure out why it is. It's because the yarn feels just different. It's kind of, I don't know the best way to describe it. It feels more like rope, like a really soft rope than yarn, and that's about the best way that I can describe it, I think. Again, it's the same ball of yarn that we were working with yesterday, so I don't know why it feels so different in this section. Oh, and another plant update that I wanted to share with you, by the way. I'm not going to show you her because she's a little bit difficult to move at the moment, and she is kind of not the happiest right now, but even with not being super happy, Debbie, my bird of paradise, why do I always forget what she's called? She is a bird of paradise, and she has another little leaf starting to grow, which is super exciting because her lower ones have had to deal with me learning how to take care of her, so they're not the healthiest leaves. That's why I'm not going to move her right now. A couple of her leaves are kind of like held up by the window, otherwise they would be falling down. So I don't want to disturb the fact that the leaves are actually, you know, up right now and not falling down, but she does have another leaf starting to grow, and the one that she just opened last month is super strong and healthy, so hopefully she'll be able to replace all of her lower leaves now and start to get healthy. She has super healthy roots in her container, which is good, that I can see where she didn't have those like even last month, so that's also a very good sign that she's finally, I think, starting to recover and be happy. She just apparently really wanted to be directly in the window, and I did not realize that, so I feel really bad. I just don't think she was happy in all of the other places that I had her. I've had her now almost 2 years, maybe almost 3 years. I'm not entirely sure, but I've had her for a while, and I'm just now starting to figure out what she likes. And even then, it might change. Like, she might not want as much sun as she's getting now that it's becoming summer, but I think she will. But yeah, apparently she likes the windowsill even in the winter. I thought it would be too cold for her there. But yeah, I wanted to tell you that she's starting to get a new leaf, and it's super exciting, and I'm just so happy that she's finally feeling better and getting healthy again, because it has been a long time since she was. And also, I think this was the third round, so I think we only have one more round to make already. These things get made so quickly. Yes, that was the third round. Okay, we only have one more round already. And because I actually started crocheting pretty quickly after I pushed the record button, I should be able to tell you the exact amount of time it takes me to crochet one of these granny squares, which is kind of fun. I haven't looked at the time yet, but I will when I finish this. I have 2 more sides and then we're all done. Last little section here, and then I'll look at the time and see how long it took me to make this thing, because I am really curious. I know it's gonna vary based on like how chatty I am or how easily distracted I am while I'm making it, and like, because that will make it take longer, or like some days I just have more energy than others. I know it's gonna vary drastically from day to day, but today it took me 15 minutes and 25 seconds to make this granny square, so that's not long at all. There we go. Now we just tie this guy with a very, very, very simple knot. I know it's not even technically a knot because it can come undone if I just unloop it. But for what we're making it into, I think it should be plenty to hold. But this is our little granny square that we made today, and I'm going to put it right here because that's where the gray one was. And it's kind of funny that I didn't even realize that whole time that it was the wrong color, but now it's the right color. But anyway, that's gonna do it for the video today. So I hope you enjoyed it, and way more importantly, I hope you have a good day today no matter what you're doing. If it's a lot or a little, it doesn't matter. I just hope you have a good day. And as for me tomorrow, not entirely sure what I'm going to be getting up to just yet. This week is gonna be a little bit more calm than the past ones for me, simply because of the headache that I had over the on Easter, actually on Sunday. So because of that, I have to, you know, recover fully from it. Like the TMI, but my stomach gets very upset after that happens, so it's probably going to be a little bit more calm this week for me because of that. So I'm going to be taking it easy as much as I can. So that way everything can get, you know, back to normal after that. So because of that, I don't know exactly what I'm going to be getting up to tomorrow. But of course, I'm still looking forward to spending the day with you no matter what I do. But yeah, as for today, just thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend it with me. It means so much. And yeah, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!